First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Let's go, baby.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Going to give this time to the tailback. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Farley. Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
They'll run on first down. Hobbs. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A throw over the middle taken in, and they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 22 yards there, a first down. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. The officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
Watch twins. Watch twins.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a nice pickup there. It gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
On 2nd down, Hobbs. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This defense hasn't let him in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. 3rd and goal from the 2. Throwing Jones. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Let's go, D.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. And that catch number 100 for his young career. And remember, only in his 2nd season. The future, bright. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic.
2nd and 6. Being chased out left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that. Give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked off at the 47, and they get the football, they'll set up shop at their own 40. Nine-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here in the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have them a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn it into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Ready to break.
58, Mike. I'm here all day. Whip.
Greystone, Travis.
SOS. Check 31.
Hustle, now.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
The Lions into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Alert flare, alert flare, flare, flare. Switch, switch, switch. Switch it, switch it, switch it.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Ready up.
54. Mike 54. Let's go, D. Big series right here. So we got to step it up.
Look at me. Door. Right. Hit it.
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Come on, set. 90 Wolf.
Defense wins championships, baby.
Five.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, there was a trust factor in that call. Turning and handing it to the big man in the backfield, trying to pick up the first down. But how about the defense? They were ready for him, and they were able to stop him.
So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. He's going to sling this deep downfield, and that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And again this time to the tailback. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On 2nd and 9, Jones, his throw incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately. I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. And he'll give it here to his running back. And some room to maneuver. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, and anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good,
Yep.
backside guys,
meh.
That's what you're supposed to do.
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
Back to the ground, this time Cook. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and 1.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Lions are going to jump back in front. No going for two. They'll kick the point after. And he's got it as the lead is now 10-6. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
Throwing again on second down. Jones, that's complete to the former Aggie Jay Sternberger. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
132 fighter. Hurry, hurry. Ready.
From the gun, Jones. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Throwing again. Jones. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. Give them 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now Jones from the gun, he'll throw. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. A third field goal in the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on third down. On third down, it's Stevens. And they'll get him down short of the first down, right on the 10-yard line. 9 yards on the carry there, but it'll be fourth down now. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Hey, let's get in them holes.
Yep.
Banjo. Mike's 54. Mike's 50.
Hey, Echo.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54 Mike.
We ain't giving up nothing today. Now.
2nd and 2. Flushed out right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Go. Give me that ball. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense. Check 37. Check 37. Let's go.
This time they stay on the ground, and he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. 31 yards on the punt there. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a one-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 36-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jones over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On 3rd down, Stevens. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to make it 4th down. On now is the Packers punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. This is taken around the 12. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. A big play there for Detroit. 72 yards. So you got the lead here in the second half. Obviously, you love big runs like that at any time. Here, you really like it.
And how about the confidence that's being exhibited by that offense now? They don't care what you're lining up doing on the defensive side. They want the big fella to carry the football and carry it often.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. He'll look to throw. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Packers pick it up. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
All I know, partner, is that with every play call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control, and yet they find a way to cough it up.
Yeah, the 2-score game opportunity eludes them, and now a chance for the other side to come back here.
Yeah, that means defense has to go out there and make some plays themselves. So we call sudden change. Let's see if the defense is mentally ready to take care of it.
They'll keep it on the ground. Stevens. He'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Jones now on 3rd down. Wide open receiver complete. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Here's Jones, throwing on 3rd and long. He's going to air one. It's caught inside the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And that goes as a gain of 37 on 3rd down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's complete to Martin. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
On 2nd down now, it's Stevens. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Packers have retaken the lead. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And that'll make this a 6-point game.
Next to score, Packers 16.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Room here to run. Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. 78 yards. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready? 30 base. 80 weapons.
On first down, Stevens. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Jones. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
And he comes back with one complete. And all the way down to the 35.
A gain of 40 yards.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Instead of the first, he'll have to go backwards for another 2nd down try.
So if there is a silver lining, though, it stays 2nd down, and they still have an opportunity to pick up a first down before they have to start their downs over again.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now an inside draw. This is their fullback. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Jones operating from the gun. Touchdown, Packers. Jay Sternberger, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are able to regain the lead. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter, out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Ready.
2nd and 10. Flush to his right. And he fires one incomplete. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. You get over anxious, and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Cut. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike.
Hey, wahoo!
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? He's having to run with a running back or a tight end. In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. On 2nd and 12, Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. In for the score. And his guys capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Hey, exit.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the first one for the 2nd one to even matter.
Now this throw caught left side. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. It's a big play there for the Lions. 48 yards. Clock running under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. And again this time to the tailback. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Looking to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off down near the 5. And he'll be stop shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line on the return.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The Packers on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Jones. And he'll get nothing out of that one. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. So they go pass on 3rd and 2. They complete it, but no gain. Should they have tried to run it?
I thought that running the ball in that situation is what they would have done because at worst case scenario, you may bring up a 4th down decision for your team. Instead now, they're not close to the first down.
A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Yes. Mike 54. I'm coming for you. You mine.
Mike 54. Mike.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. His throw caught right around the 6. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
8 read. Check. Walk 54. You go. Topper. You gonna see me.
Back to throw here. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown.
Makes the score Packers 31, Lions 24.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is taken near the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
First and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
Another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Stevens. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Down. 90 Wolf. All day. Check 6-3. 2-18. Let's go.
They'll run on first down. Parsons. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Protein spill.
And now a carry here for their fullback. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
Ready? 50, 20.
They'll try and run with their fullback. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. On second down, it's Parsons. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Green Bay, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Washington Redskins. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.